I remember when Fed Chair Janet Yellen came in and she took over from Ben Bernanke, and her first big landmark speech on the labour market, it pretty much finished with, "We've got more work to do." That was several years ago. If she was pushed and she wrote that speech again, would it now say our work here is done?
I suspect that if she was able to be candid, she would say that not only our work here is done, but we desperately need a handoff because there's more work to be done by others. So if she were candid, she would stress not only the need for a policy handoff from excessive reliance on the Fed to a more comprehensive policy response, but she would also say be careful of the risk of relying on us for too long. Be careful about future financial stability. Be careful about undermining the political autonomy of the Federal Reserve.
Is that risk already here, Mohamed? To your point, they're waiting for this handoff. They're waiting, it's not coming. They remain on pause, on hold. That means the financial stability risks just keep bubbling away. Is that risk already here at the Fed's door?
I think it is. I think we have decoupled financial asset markets too much from fundamentals. The good news, John, is that there's still time to do something about it. We still can improve fundamentals to validate existing asset prices. But we've got to be careful because at some point the gap will be so high that it's only going to be filled by financial asset prices coming down.
Mohamed, is it possible we're counting on too much from Congress and the White House, apart from whether they can get it done, actually whether they have the power in this sense? If some of the forces are things like globalization and things like increased technological use, the digital world, if those are really changing the economy, aren't those past the ability of even Congress and the White House to really fundamentally change?
That's a great question, David. And undoubtedly, there's a structural element that we don't fully understand as economists. And that's why we have a productivity puzzle, a wage puzzle, an inflation puzzle. We simply don't fully understand what's going on in terms of how things are changes on the how we work is changing. So yes, but, and I keep on saying the big but, it's important to continue working on it while simultaneously doing what we can do on the cyclical side. And we still have deficient aggregate demand. We still have anti-growth elements in our tax system. So there's a lot that you can do on the cyclical side as well as starting to understand better the structural side.